Hi guys. So it's the 16th of February, which makes it just over my full month. My full month was on the 8th. So I thought I'd do a bit of an update. I feel as though with my voice, it's still got some like kind of changing to do and stuff. The A lot of guys I've spoken to say they kind of feel it coming from there, and mine still feels like it's coming from higher up, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's, maybe it's done or something, but I think it's probably still got some breaking to do. I mean, it's been a bit wobbly, but mostly stable. I think my arms and stuff I've noticed are just kind of a lot more masculine. It's been pointed out to me a couple of times by people. Hair growth, same old, more of it, takes its time. It's just carrying on, basically. There's not much of an update. It's just that it's more visible, it's more prominent. I'm a little bit pissed off because I could have sworn that I put in an order for designer stubble and a six-pack, and I appear to have got a keg and back hair, and I just don't really think that's fair. I think they misread my order. I know that you can't kind of pick and choose with tea, but it doesn't really seem fair, does it? I had my shot on the 4th of February, and at the same time I got my T levels checked, and they came back on the last day of a 12-week cycle as 25.9, which I have a feeling is quite high. I got some, starting on the 3rd of February, I got some breakthrough bleeding, because I said in my last video that I thought that I'd kind of noticed a drop-off in my levels, or that I'd noticed that, I just noticed a change, kind of almost, not in reverse, but, and I thought that was because my levels would be really low, but I think it may almost be that they were too high. But I got my shot anyway. I didn't get told to come back in a longer period of time or a short period of time, so I'm just going to go back again after the 12 weeks, which I think is like late April, and I guess by then we'll know more. But I had my Charing Cross appointment on the 7th, and while I was there they sent me for blood work again, so hopefully there'll be I'll have a proper peak level and trough level to look at. Not that I'm going to get to see that before July, which is the next time they can get me in for an appointment at Charing Cross, which they like to take their time, don't they? I was kind of surprised by my Charing Cross appointment, because I had gone to see the local shrink, and they, taken my kind of trans history, if you like, and when I went to see Dr. Curtis, it was much the same questions. For anybody that's not gone, questions kind of like, what's your family life like? Where'd you grow up? What school did you go to? How was your childhood? What was your reaction to wearing female clothes? What kind of games did you like playing as a kid? How was high school? What were your experiences of puberty? Those kind of questions. Whereas Charing Cross ignored almost all of that, and just went straight in for asking some of the most intimate details about sexual experience, sexual awakening. I wasn't really expecting that, and I don't know. I didn't really know, I kind of got the impression that they were looking for a certain set of answers, and I wasn't sure if I gave it to them or not, and I just didn't really see how an awful lot of it was relevant. And I, overall, because I know that like there are really mixed attitudes towards Charing Cross, and people have very different experiences of it. Overall, my experience was good. Take a book, because they got me in very late. They said it was a 70-minute appointment. I was in and out within 20 minutes, but they took me into the room like 35 minutes late or something. Overall, yeah, like the experience was good. I did feel a little bit like they were a bit pissed off that I'd gone privately, but it didn't seem to prevent progress. You know, they're going to get me in for my second appointment. They don't see any reason why after the second appointment they won't start prescribing for me, so I guess that's good. Really glad that I was in a position to go private beforehand though, because the idea of waiting till August of 2011 to get tea through the NHS is just ridiculous. But yeah, on that note, I've got a new GP. I had really negative experiences with my GP in my area, and some guys locally, I think I mentioned it in my last video, were really good, and they all like kind of pulled like knowledge and resources and really helped me out. And I've been I've got my new NHS card came through today, so I've been properly taken onto their book, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm going to book an appointment and see this guy and hopefully get on well with him. And just, you know, yeah, just the idea of having a GP who treats you well is just, wow. I'm really excited about it, so I hope that that lives up to its expectations or whatever. I'd say I've got a little bit more acne, but not much. I didn't suffer much with it in my first puberty. Like, I definitely have more than I would have had if I wasn't on tea, but it's not unbearable. Like, I'm not covered in spots or anything, you know, it's just the odd one or two. I think you can almost see side of mine there, yeah, like, I mean, but they're not that visible or whatever. I'm passing better, but I'm still really self-conscious and nervous about it. It's funny, like, when you pass you don't think about it, you don't give it a second thought, but then the times when you don't pass, like, you could not pass one time in 100, but that's the time that you remember, you know, so like, that's been kind of bothering me. And it's kind of made me really self-conscious about my height. I've spoken about this before, I'm pretty short, and I kind of think that if I was a bit taller, any ambiguity about my gender would kind of be settled by like, oh, but they're the height of a guy. But because I'm not, it's I think my height is stopping me from passing from time to time, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I've still got that really fat face, you know, that kind of, which I don't like, I kind of hate it, but it is starting to square off, and it is getting there. So, yeah, it could be worse, but I'm hoping that the double chin thing isn't permanent, and that when I square off, it goes away, and that's just kind of like part of the process, because I don't quite know how to lose weight on your face, like, I don't know. But the other thing that I noticed, like, I don't spend an awful lot of time looking at myself, I'll be honest, but the one thing that I did notice was I've got no arse, like, just vanished. I didn't really pay much attention, like, the changes just seemed to level out and everything, and I didn't really seem to notice many more changes. And then the other day I just caught a glimpse, I was like, holy fuck, like, and it's just vanished into the ether. But mostly I'd just say, like, things just seem to have levelled out. I'm not thinking about being on tea as much anymore, not thinking about changes as much. When I notice something, I notice it, but to be honest, like, it's part of why I've been really crap at making these videos, is because I haven't noticed stuff, and I only think of stuff when I sit down to make the videos. But yeah, that seems to be about it really, and this video is getting, again, to be really long. I seem to make really long videos nowadays. But if anybody's got any questions, same as normal, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, see you later guys, bye.